Hello, and welcome to another Taking a Look At. This time, we will be taking a look at the truth about cancer again. So this is part 2. This time it's personal, and that will only make sense once we actually get into the topic, which is about baking soda and cancer. So yeah, say hi, guys.
Hello.
We don't know where Smelly or Hat is, so
yeah, we're short of staff tonight.
Yeah.
Just assuming they're dead.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Until otherwise, we hear otherwise, they are presumed dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
Yeah,
we don't miss them.
And for those who didn't tune in last time, when we did the first part of this website, where we explained what this website is, sort of, you can go watch that afterwards. You don't really need it. Just know that it's stupid about cancer.
Yep.
The most exciting part of that entire stream was the drawful at the end. Just to be just spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the other sites we've covered, there are some that has a lot of bullshit, but at least they're interesting. This one is at least a bit more interesting than the other one. The one we did about astrology.
Yeah.
But it's still just,
But next time we have something truly batshit insane.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be glorious. So you guys need to tell your friends and subscribe and like the video.
This is not us hyping. I know we say a lot like, oh, this is truly insane. No, this really is truly insane, and we're not hyping it up. That's an accurate description of it. So that's next time.
Yeah, this time, have you ever gotten one of those like phishing emails where the king of Latvia or whatever needs to move some jewels, and all the text is in like 5 different fonts and random words are bolded?
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna look at next week.
Only not about tax. Only not about money.
Yeah.
I don't think so, at least. Okay, but this time we have
firebooks.
We are gonna be reading an article called "Baking Soda: Cancer Treatment Uses for Prevention and Testing." That headline does not make sense. Like, I know what they're getting at, but like, cancer treatment uses for prevention. If it's prevention, it's not a treatment. That is a contradiction.
It's probably like they say, prevention is the best.
Thank you.
Prevention is the best medicine.
Thank you for that Saturday morning jingle.
Yeah. A cup of baking soda a day keeps the doctor away.
What are you about Saturday morning?
Like, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of jingle.
Oh,
it's like what you'd get after watching G.I. Joe. Like, the more you know, right?
Knowing is half the battle.
Knowing is half the battle. I cocked up my memes.
But then again, this is made by a chiropractor. I'm not sure what MS or CSCS stands for.
It stands for medical stuff.
Just medical stuff.
I'm gonna assume that multiple sclerosis is not his title.
I bet they do. I bet instead of actually getting like legit certificates, they just take all their diseases and start abbreviating them.
Probably not. Also, not this one.
I bet there's someone out there who has herpes, and they're Dr. James Simmons, HP.
No idea. Well, fuck him. Let's read.
Yeah, well,
they probably are made up, though.
Obviously.
Well, so is technically. Well, technically, all the titles are made up.
Well, I mean, they're not like made by legit.
Let's not go there.
Now let's sit here and argue about semantics for the next 20 minutes.
You say that like
this is me entirely trying to avoid wanting to read this. Oh no.
Next thing you know, you'll have Christians saying that they do science. You know, Christian science.
Christian Science.
Oh, Smelly actually found it. I'm so annoyed, but Smelly actually found like a website pretending to be like a journal, like a scientific journal, but with Christian Science. But you have to pay to actually see the articles.
They have like all the veneer of being a scientific journal.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like they're trying really hard to
including the price tag.
Yeah. So they trying. Before you know it, they'll be cited in
Well, except for questions, Jesus borrows the people who peer review these journals? That's the real question. Does it say at the bottom that this has been reviewed and approved by Jesus?
We don't know because we can't see them.
Because we don't want to pay for them.
Yeah, fuck that.
None of us are going to pay for that nonsense.
Who wants to read first?
Sodium bicarbonate, NHCO3, commonly known as baking soda, is a natural substance.
Sorry, but that's not true. It's in baking soda, but there's other things in baking soda. Baking soda is a mixture of things.
I don't actually. Okay.
Want to point that out?
It's used for household baking and cleaning purposes. But did you know that there are baking soda uses for helping the body to prevent cancer as well? As well as being a tool cancer patients can use to identify and stabilize cancer growth. So what I am imagining is that you take like a teaspoon of baking soda and you swallow it, and then you have to take like a drink of vinegar, and then just let it all expand and push out all the toxins.
You know, that's
like a really big person baking soda volcano.
That's more sensible. Well, it's about as sensible as what they're gonna say. So sure. Baking soda and cancer healing, not cancer treatment or cancer. No, cancer healing.
I'm still think that these guys when they write up their articles and then they have a thesaurus for words that are not going to get us sued, and they have to switch out all those words. Like if you use the word treatment, switch it for healing, and then you won't get sued for it.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. No one cause is associated with cancer development. Well, that's true. There's multiple things. Nor is there one cure for this complex disease. Well, the first part is correct. There isn't a one cure, but it's not. Well, it is a complex disease, but it's not one disease actually. It's multiple diseases, which is partly why there isn't a one cure. So far doing fairly well. Cancer is a disease. No, it's multiple. That I can't read. That initiates damaging activity within tissue and cells, triggering genetic mutations and abnormalities. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. Like cancer is triggered by genetic mutations, not the other way around.
No, it causes them.
Yep, apparently. Okay, we will have a Smelly at some point. He's not home, so he'll be a tad late.
Woot!
This cascades of effect causes adverse changes to the body's metabolic processes. Wait, all of them?
All of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. It only causes metabolic changes in the cells themselves, in the cancer cells.
And you know, since they do,
I guess that depends on what cells they are. You could, like, if it's cancer in some kind of in tissue that produces some kind of hormone, and then start producing a lot of it, you can get metabolic changes. But like cancer in itself, if it's like skin cancer, it's not gonna change your metabolism.
Well, if you keep in mind that cancer now changes your genetics and triggers genetic mutations, this might actually be how Peter Parker got spider powers. He just has cancer.
Spider cancer. Spider cancer.
It just hasn't been diagnosed yet, but he just has cancer. That's all it is.
These unhealthy metabolic functions. That's a weird way of putting it. Can be reversed using natural health strategies. Oh yeah, sure. Including the use of baking soda to heal and stabilize natural healing dynamics.
Mm-hmm. So there's something that I feel needs to be said whenever they talk about like natural healing stuff or natural health strategies. So if you have cancer and you bother to like change your diet and be healthier, that's going to make you better, but it's not going to be the reason that you like. It's a good thing. So don't like not change your diet because it's not actually what's going to cure your cancer.
Yeah.
But it will help you, so you should do it anyway.
Yeah, do it because it's healthy in general. It's like called general health. But yeah, you can't use like switching diet won't cure you of anything.
Yeah, but it will make you. It's a healthier thing. It'll make your body better. So do it.
Diet will make your body better. G.I. Joe. Something. Dan, I think it's your turn.
Oh yeah. Many buffering systems equip the human body with the ability to optimize internal functions for as long as period as possible. One of these known systems is referred to as pH. Huh?
No.
What?
Wait, pH? Did he just say that?
No. What?
No.
So wait. pH,
we have a pH system, apparently.
Yeah,
we have a pH buffering system, but that's not the same thing.
I mean, pH is a gauge of the acidity or the alkalinity of a substance or material. It's a measurement, not a fucking system. I am no scientist because I studied geology, so I don't.
Wait a minute. It's still science.
So I'm not sure if I'm 100% correct, but even I know that pH is no fucking system.
Yeah, no. pH is a measure of the number of hydrogen ions in a solution.
I remember something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the negative logarithm of the actual concentration of hydrogen ions. The P stands for the negative logarithm.
GeoStrubber says the pH is the negative decadic logarithm of the H3O plus ion concentration.
What I just said.
That. He said it more eloquently. Sorry.
Well, he is a chemist. He is a chemist.
But yeah, so apparently we have one of these in our bodies.
Yeah, no, it's not a pH buffer system, which we totally have, which is extremely important for not dying. But no, not that. What we the system we have it's just pH. Apparently, who knew? You learn something new every day.
All right, well, G.I. Joe, guys. Welcome to your Saturday morning cartoons. Which actually makes sense.
Which have gone slightly depressing because they're about cancer for some reason.
We tackle the real issues in this cartoon.
Yeah.
No, none of this cyberbullying shit. We're gonna go straight for cancer.
I have to admit, I kind of like Dabor's in layman's terms, pH is the measure of liminalness or anti-liminalness present in a substance, such as lemon. That fits right in with my
anti-lemonness. You are remembering correctly. It is indeed carbonate and hydrogen carbonate ions. That's one of the buffering. That's one of the main buffering system. And then there's the fact that our lungs and to some degree our kidneys remove a lot of acid. Every time you breathe out CO2, you breathe out that's an acid. Because when it's in the blood, it's just, and salt in the blood, it's an acid.
So having to do nothing with pH systems or science, we should find ourselves an artist to draw us as like Saturday morning cartoons. We are a fairly diverse group of individuals.
Well,
we could give ourselves like rings.
Supposing we make kind of like
United Stars of
Benetton Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, we should be a Saturday morning cartoon.
I'm pretty sure you'll be able to just pay Director Blast for that. She can draw pretty fucking well for some reason.
Can she?
Yeah, she's really good.
Director Blast, are you in here? I haven't seen you pop up yet.
She's not. She's not here for reasons.
Okay. All right. Well.
Okay. I can divulge a bit more information. She's actually doing sewing.
Okay, that works. You left it rather ominously, so we weren't sure. Like, part of me wanted to ask, like, is everything okay?
Oh yeah, it's very okay. Oscar.
It was just a little ominous, Dan. Just. Or that, or we're waiting for like the SWAT team to break down her door and ask where the body is. One or the other.
No.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure. No. Let me put it this way: if one of us would go missing due to a murder, it would be me. She would be the murderer.
And this video will be used as evidence.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hopefully, just this part.
I wouldn't particularly mind being murdered by her because it would at least be fun. Up until the point I die, but hey,
that depends on how she kills you.
Still getting fun.
This I feel like is some kinky fantasy that I don't want to get into.
Can we just move on to the topic?
You're the one reading, so you can literally move this on.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot I was reading. For example, a healthy body should have a blood pH of a very oddly specific 7.365, which is slightly alkaline. Regulating pH, it's more alkaline than that 7.3645.
Okay, so
regulate.
I don't know why they're using this super specific number. The number is within the normal range. Normal blood healthy blood pH is from 7.35 to 7.45.
No, it's got to be this specific.
Yeah, and apparently they have it down to like 3 decimal numbers, and it's super specific.
Yeah, so go buy our pH blood testing kit available in the store right now.
Yeah,
it's the only one that's going to get you this specific.
Yeah.
All
right, go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Regulating pH balance is key. Regulating pH balance is. Oh, I did read it correctly. It's just fucking weird. It just sounds so wrong. I just assumed
it does. I'll agree. Yeah.
Key to the total health and wellness and is primarily reliant on a healthy lifestyle habits, including a proper diet. Oh, you're not wrong.
Okay. They're a bit wrong, because your diet doesn't really affect your pH. The only way you can really do that is with things like if you're diabetic, you can get that can result in some changes to it. I can't remember if it's up or down now, and that annoys me because I should remember that. Anyways, yeah. but not like you can't eat yourself, which is basically the whole point of this thing. This article, they are going to say that you can use baking soda to change your blood pH. Like, no, you can't. Anything you eat.
Just eat lemons, guys. Just eat lemons or less lemony things.
That's the opposite.
Nah. Honestly, it's about as helpful as their advice is for curing cancer. So, just you know what? Eat lots of lemons and raise your pH so that all the acid in your blood breaks down the cancer. There, problem solved.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. So, baking soda helps regulate pH levels. Given its alkalizing or basic pH of approximate.
I think what they're looking for is alkaline pH. It doesn't have an alkalizing pH.
It's alkalizing or basic. Okay.
I mean, basic is correct, but it's not alkalizing. It should be alkaline.
Alkaline.
Alkalizing would be something that turns things alkaline.
That's right. Yeah.
It is alkaline in itself.
Okay. So, given its pH of approximately 9.0.
Now we are. Now
we gotta be fucking specific, guys.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put like 2 extra zeros past that 1 0. Like they only went to 1 decimal spot.
And it didn't matter.
I expect more accuracy out of you all.
It was so accurate before.
Yeah, what is this shit? Baking soda counteracts the acidity that accumulates in the body.
No.
Baking soda is useful to regulate by buffering the pH of cells, tissues, and voltage homeostasis within the cells.
Okay, that's a bunch of like.
I know 2 of those words.
I know all of the words, but I have no idea what the one of them.
Voltage homeostasis.
That is.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I'm not a science person. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard it like with those exact words, but I know what they're referring to. They're referring to the fact that there is a voltage across the cell membranes. It's part of what drives the uptake of things. It is also how neurons work.
It's
why if you get a shock, you can move muscles because they also work on that.
Okay, because to me it sounded like it was a Pokemon move, like Pikachu use voltage homeostasis.
No, you're thinking of Volt Tackle.
Oh, close enough.
Okay, so baking soda. I don't think baking soda is a buffer. If I might be wrong on that. Like now they're talking about the pH inside cells. Why? I thought we were talking about the pH in the blood.
I don't know. I don't know. They're talking about tissues and cells too, so it's not just blood.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure where the like membrane potential, which is like the actual word, where that comes in, because that's not really. I mean, it is to some extent. pH does play some role in it, and but it's mainly to do to like ions like sodium and potassium and chloride and calcium.
Okay.
But mainly the 2 first.
Alrighty. It is also useful to increase oxygenation in carbon dioxide.
I I mean, yeah, it increases carbon dioxide. That's how it works. That's why you use it to bake with, because it decomposes when you heat it up, and so you get carbon dioxide, which makes bubbles inside.
Makes your bread rise.
Not really sure where they get the but I mean, and that's also why. But I mean, if it makes carbon dioxide, which it does, but if you heat it, but if you put it in water, carbon dioxide would make the pH drop. That's like it's an acid when it's dissolved in water. And I have no idea why they're going with the oxygenation.
So here's where I think they got this from. So if you take baking soda, you bake with baking soda, you get nice airy bread with big holes in it. And it's nice and fluffy and airy. So if you put it in people, they'll do the same thing and get nice and fluffy and airy. Now that doesn't sound healthy. That's the only way I can think of oxygenating a person with baking soda.
Sounds okay to me.
Sounds legit, right? You just stick it in the oven for a couple of hours. No, let it sit overnight for.
I mean, unless your kid is the Pillsbury Doughboy, I wouldn't recommend that.
Woohoo! Yeah, don't follow my medical advice, by the way. Dear chat, don't follow my medical advice.
Our medical advices. You're not licensed in any way. We're morons on the internet.
It should not be considered medical advice. Period.
No.
I mean, it's probably better to take ours than this side, but at least, don't take either.
Yeah. All right. Baking soda can also be used to aid the body in detoxification process and support the body in healing from radiation exposure and oxidative damage.
Yeah, that makes
no.
What do you mean, no?
What the fuck? Okay, that's just nonsense.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know how any of that would work.
I think my no covered it.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing here. Radiation. How would it do radiation? How would it do any of this? All right. Well, I'm done with my reading.
Well, I guess it's my turn. Natural healthcare practitioners, otherwise known as quacks, utilize sodium bicarbonate to defend against numerous health ailments, as opposed to non-health ailments. Some of these include the common cold, kidney disease, diabetes, the flu, and some even use baking soda to treat cancer.
And this is why we warn people against going to natural health practitioners,
otherwise known as quacks.
That is, oh my goodness, I don't even know how we would do any of it. It's just baking soda. That's all it is. And this is such a wide variety. You have viruses and you have
also kidney disease is an extremely broad category.
This is such a this is the equivalent of fucking Chemical X curing everything. Just no.
Well, wait, are we making the Powerpuff Girls? Also, what the fuck is all the cartoon references?
Well, might as well. We are talking about baking, so sugar, spice, and everything might as well go fucking in there. I'll be here all week, guys. All the cartoon references.
When used as a bath soak, I'm not even sure what that means.
What?
A bath soak? I'm assuming that means putting it in water.
So you don't eat this stuff?
No. I think they're saying you can have multiple. But I'm assuming a base bath soak is like you put it in water and then lay in it and get. And if you put too much, you lose your skin.
What? Oh my goodness! No. Oh, keep reading. Read that last sentence.
Yeah, the body can when used as a bath soak, the body can have benefits, not the baking soda itself. The health benefits.
Yeah, the baking soda stays behind.
But... Yeah, of baking soda through the skin. It can also be used to nebulize as a nebulizer to treat lung conditions. I have no idea what that word means.
So snort that shit. Just snort it. Just fucking make a line of fucking baking soda.
It is a nebulizer. It's a drug. As a drug device used. Oh, great! So it's the actual device to inhale a mist, which makes this. Which means they're actually saying that it can be used as a device.
Yes, it can be used as a device, which is why I say snort it.
Not as the actual medicine, as the thing that you use to get the medicine, to turn the medicine into a mist.
Yeah, don't use it in a nebula, or don't use it. Don't actually use the medication. Just put this shit on your face and snort it.
Yeah,
something.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, just make lines of fucking baking soda, guys. Just
get baked.
Oh God, please kill me.
I'm way more proud of that pun than I should be.
This is what happens when Smelly and Chocolate aren't around to stop us from making terrible puns and cartoon references. So Gio had a great comment, and now I lost it. Oh yes, drink bubble water to protect yourself from radiation. Now nuke proof.
Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, that's it. That's how Fallout got its Coke.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, Dan, I think it's your turn.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Recent research reveals that baking soda is a useful agent in identifying cancer cell growth. Number one, I want to see that research. Number two, I wouldn't understand any of that research because I'm not a medical doctor.
Fun fact, the link thing here is to their own website.
Of course it is.
Of course. As it's become built up in a... I don't think...
As it's become built up. That is not correct English.
I don't know enough to disprove this. It's become built up in cancerous areas of the body.
That's
the bicarbonate. Bicarbonate. Well, what the fuck? What bicarbonate is converted into carbon dioxide? This changes in these changes in bicarbonate can be viewed on MRI scale 5
It is true that cancerous tissue often end up having a lower pH. The reason for this is that they usually don't have enough blood supply to actually get them enough oxygen, and because they're dividing so much, they're using up a lot of energy. So they partly have to end up doing fermentation to get energy because they don't have enough oxygen. And then you have something called the Warburg effect, which is a tendency to cancer to naturally switch to fermentation. There's multiple reasons for it. Like it involves things like their mitochondria are not working because they have some of the initial things to commit programmed cell death and stuff like that. So yeah, cancerous tissue is more acidic.
Oh, all right.
I'm not sure why, and the bicarbonate is converted into carbon dioxide, which would make it more acidic.
But they're talking about identifying. So somehow, if you shove baking soda or cancer cells into baking soda, it'll show you that it's cancerous. Right? Like it's identifying it. So if you were to take a clump of regular non-cancerous cells and you stuck it in a baking soda, it wouldn't do anything. And if you stuck cancerous cells, then it would do something. I don't know what it is.
Ooh, Gio has a lot of good comments today. Yeah, he says it's actually good that cancer cells have slightly lower pH values. That's how we get them. That's why chemotherapy actually works. The meds work better in more sample cisplatin. Yeah, that is true for some like cisplatin, that they're made specifically to work better in acidic environments, so they are kind of targeted, it's like semi-targeted.
Huh. Well.
So that's neat.
But how would we identify? Okay. How does baking soda identify these?
Well,
that's still the question.
I'm assuming
yeah, these genes can be viewed in MRI scan with high sensitivity as determined by United Kingdom Cancer Research Group.
Sure, but what does that have to do with baking soda?
Because these changes in bicarbonate.
Okay.
I think what they're saying is that in the acidic environment in cancerous tissue, that makes the baking soda break down into and make carbon dioxide, and that you can detect that or something.
Acids become built up in cancerous areas of the body, and the bicarbonate is converted into carbon dioxide.
Like, I think that's what they're implying, but it's kind of hard to tell.
But like all of this
I'm not entirely sure you would be able to detect that on an MRI scan.
Well, even if you could, like, pretend that MRI
detects density, basically. Well, okay, that's not entirely true, but I'm not sure you would be able to detect that in an MRI scan.
Well, like pretend that that's true. Pretend that you can't see it in an MRI scan. Like, nothing in that sentence had anything to do with, or in that, well, besides actually using the word baking soda, nothing in there actually had to do with baking soda. Like,
well, there wasn't bicarbonate.
Yeah. But okay, but like acids become built up in cancerous areas of the body, and the bicarbonate is converted into carbon dioxide. So are we detecting baking soda in people? Is that what they're saying? Because like bicarbonate isn't just baking soda isn't just bicarbonate.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we said. So so that's why I'm confused about how baking soda has, like, sure, it detects bicarbonate or whatever it produces. Let's pretend that it does, right? I don't know if it's true or not. So it does produce bicarbonate, and then we can see it. But what does that have anything to do with baking soda? Baking soda isn't just bicarbonate, and we never, like, are we just producing baking soda out of our cancer cells?
I mean,
like,
we do have bicarbonates in us. Like, I agree. I'm very confused about that. What the fuck they're actually trying to say?
Like, I understand the word separately, but in that paragraph, none of it makes any goddamn sense.
No, Gio. I don't think they're talking about using C13 enriched carbon 13 enriched carbonates. That would be way too intelligent for them.
And they didn't say anything about carbonates. They said about bicarbonates. And then the changes in bicarbonates can be viewed in an MRI scan.
Well, bicarbonate is a type of carbonate.
Well, I assume it's two carbonates.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with Jelly. It feels like these guys are inches away from actual science, which makes it worse. I feel. Yeah.
Because that also means it's easier for them to convince people.
Because all of these words, like, all of these are very scientific, MRI scan and carbon dioxide and bicarbonate and acids. Like, it all sounds very fancy schmancy, sciencey things. but like the moment that I try to break down the sentence and what they're actually trying to say, I can't even I don't even understand what it has to do with baking soda. Like I can't even get that far. All right. We can stop dissecting this one paragraph now. I know I'm hung up on it. We can stop now. Let's see. Cancer cells flourish in an acidic environment, and these regions are significantly lower in pH than other surrounding tissues.
Okay, the thing highlighted in bold is bullshit. The cancer cells don't flourish in acidic environment. They flourish in the same environments as other like normal cells. Like I know cancer cells have mutated proteins, but they don't mutate to work better in acidic environments. Most of their proteins are perfectly normal and are still adapted to that to normal pH. It's just that they end up having it because of how they grow. So they're flipping it on its head.
Okay. So let's see. Well, according to them, the researchers found that MRI sensitivity increased by more than 20,000 times when experimenting with mice diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. When bicarbonate was localized into the cancerous tissue, evidence was clear that the tumors with the highest acidity had a significantly higher conversion rate of bicarbonate into carbon dioxide.
I love that they don't actually give like they pretend to cite research, but they don't actually cite it.
So I mean, all their citations just go back to their website, right?
Yeah.
Taking a look at, let me tell you why the last sentence is
of that part is bullshit.
Okay.
That's common to view just for...
We should let Gio in here. He's probably better at this stuff than we are.
Actually, yeah. Fuck that. Yeah.
Gio!
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the...
Get in here. You're way better at this stuff than I don't...
Yeah.
I am struggling just to say the words, let alone actually understand what the fuck they're talking about. This is not my area of expertise.
It's partly sort of my area of sort of expertise since it's biology.
So I mean, if I'm understanding this right, like so this is the thing that I was saying earlier. You take cancer cells and you feed them, or you stick them in baking soda, and then they produce more carbon dioxide than regular cells.
Well, I think what
they're saying.
I think what they're saying is that that because the cancer tissue is more acidic, that causes it the bicarbonate to break down into carbon dioxide, and that makes it more detectable or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Gio's gonna be in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how to. I don't. There's probably something wrong with that.
I mean, it could potentially I don't know enough about my chemistry is failing me here. I could see how it could be true, but it seemed like, I'm guessing they're probably cherry picking the research here, and it is research done in mice.
All right.
I think we will have to wait. Gio probably has will probably.
Yeah, Gio's gonna have to explain this to me. I am wholly confused at this point. Okay. All right. Well, we should keep reading then, because I can't make heads or tails out of that one.
Lead scientist of this pioneering study was Professor Kevin Brindle.
Yep.
Yeah, with the UK's Cambridge Research Institute at the University of Cambridge. Wow, you don't say. Professor Brindle stated, this technique could be used as a highly sensitive early warning system for the signs of cancer by exploiting the body's natural pH balancing system. We have found a potentially safe way of measuring pH to see what's going on inside the patients. MRIs can pick up on the abnormal pH levels found in cancer, and it's possible that this could be used to pinpoint where the disease is present and when it's responding to treatment. Okay, let's see.
Are we going to look at Mr. Kevin Brindle?
Yeah, I want to see what...
Well, that's UK. That's Cambridge, so yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I could see this being like the bicarbonate thing being legit, but I still don't understand what it's got to do with baking soda.
I think we found it, and you was correct. This is about using C13 label bicarbonate. In other words, it's not actually because of the bicarbonate. Like, it's only partially because of the bicarbonate. You can't use like baking soda to actually do it.
Gio's here.
Hello.
So did you get that? You were correct. It is about the C13 labeled.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they're just misrepresenting the actual research. So I'm assuming why can you just pick up C13 labeled on an MRI, just for the audience and for me?
It's because when you take a look at the element, they have different magnetic properties. The nuclei of the different isotopes have different magnetic properties. For example, the spin is different, and the spin is what we are actually measuring in MRI scans or in nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy in general. So the isotope which is most common in carbon is C12, and that is actually MRI inactive. So you actually can only see the C13, which is the reason why it's useful.
What about 14?
No, 13. I don't know about 14. It will decay anyways.
Well, yeah, but you still have some in your body.
Better go for these C13. So yeah, that's why it's useful to actually use these C13 enriched compounds when you're measuring C13 spectroscopy.
So I'm assuming, since it turns out it's actual research, like published. I think it was published in. I didn't actually look that, but some of this other research was published in Nature Medicine. So, but I'm assuming that is correct that the bicarbonate will turn into carbon dioxide in the presence of in highly acidic environments.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
It will basically that. So there's an equilibrium, right? You have the carbonate, which is the CO3 2- ion. Then there's the hydrogen carbonate, HCO3 1-, and then there's the free acid H2CO3. And the H2CO3 is basically just an adduct between carbon dioxide and water. So yeah, that will usually simply directly fall apart. So that's the reason why you get this massive amount of CO2 when you add acid to baking soda. That's that exact reaction.
Yeah, that's why you end up burping if you eat.
Yeah.
Why don't you read the next part?
Give me a second. Is it the one that's already marked?
Yeah, this one I highlighted.
Yeah, put Gio to work.
Give me a second. Yeah. Baking soda suppresses cancer growth rate. Energy is produced by cancer cells through a process called anaerobic glycolysis, which relies on glucose as the primary fuel source. Acidic metabolites such as lactic acid are byproducts of this metabolic pathway. Biochemical event studies have found that the extracellular pH in cancerous regions is generally lower than normal tissue.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, that this is nonsense.
Transformation of glucose to lactate.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, okay, it's not. I just misremembered something. Never mind. So yeah, this is basically what I was talking about earlier. Things like the Warburg effect, the fact that they will produce, they have a different, they metabolize glucose differently than normal cells, and that's why you end up with a lower pH. But it's not like they want to have that. It's just that that's what they end up with.
Is it a direct consequence of the fact that the cells are so active in?
Partly. It's partly because of that. Partly because they have insufficient blood supply and a bunch of other things, such as the fact that their mitochondria aren't working probably because they're being shut down and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of things, and like if you just look up the Warburg effect, I can see there's a bunch of different stuff here.
So all of this sounds like nice little chemistry stuff. What does any of it have to do with baking soda itself? Like, that's still my question. Like,
this is what I was wondering as well.
Like, yeah, so all of this is cool, but
yeah, if I can be honest,
I think we're getting to that part.
Micro, wait for me. Let me finish.
That's a tentacle bitch slap right there.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is happening here. They're mixing it with so much, there's so little tiny little bits of actual science in here. They try to sneak past the fact that they're bullshitting you, adding all these little things that sort of is kind of grounded in reality and actual science. This is just a mass of shit they're taking just to try and make something ridiculous seem just slightly more plausible. And for someone who has no scientific background, will just go for this and say, this sounds complicated, therefore it must be true.
Yep, I think you're exactly correct.
If you can't impress them with the facts, just like baffle them with bullshit.
So is all of this then based on just this, the fact that bicarbonate, that baking soda is partly bicarbonate, whatever.
Yeah, and will turn. Yeah, and will turn, like, it's alkaline when you mix it with water, and it's and the fact that tumors grow. Like when you have a tumor, the environment will often be acidic because of the reason I've gone through a couple of times now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically gonna flip it on its head and say that therefore you can use, therefore the acidic pH makes the cancer grow better. Like that's actually what causes and helps the cancer, and therefore you can use baking soda to treat it.
Yeah. All right. Why not? I mean, I do live in the States where I don't have free healthcare, so might as well use baking soda instead of chemotherapy.
I have no idea whose turn it is.
I'll go.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a joke about your healthcare system. So yeah, I wanted to say that the only way you can actually cure cancer with carbon dioxide is by suffocating yourself.
Honestly, if you just want to make a joke, you can just say America's healthcare system.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's your joke.
and if you want an even funnier one, you can just say America's healthcare system under the current president.
Oh, yeah.
No. Then it's just the current president.
All right. A highly acidic environment stimulates invasive tumor growth in both primary and metastatic cancer types. Consumption of sodium bicarbonate has been shown to increase the pH of tumors and slow the formation of spontaneous metastasis in metastatic breast.
Metastasis.
Metastasis. Oh my goodness.
That's
Metastasis.
Metastasis.
Yeah, it means to metastasize.
Metastasis.
Yeah, that's secondary tumors.
Yeah.
Secondary tumors. Fine, we'll use that one. The formation of secondary tumors in metastatic breast cancer mouse models. Baking soda was also found to decrease the rate of lymph node involvement and reduce the occurrence that the cancer would spread to the liver.
I'm gonna call a lot of bullshit on that, especially because this time, you'll notice this time they don't have an actual name or a quote or anything. It's just they're just saying it.
not that they're quotes.
The language.
Also, even if this is true, it's probably not eating it. It's probably you would have to inject it, because otherwise it's just gonna be neutralized by the stomach acid.
This also seems like the language between this sentence that we just read and what we had been reading before is entirely different. Like the whole way it's written, like this is so laymanly written.
Yeah.
Besides metastatic breast cancer and metastases, whatever. Besides secondary tumors, this is very laymanly written, which you can tell this is the part where they actually don't like. Before you could tell like there was some research involved and somebody has done research into it, but this part is just like straight out of your ass.
But I also think the previous one were like that was a result of like I don't think they actually understood the words. I think they just picked up nice high level sounding phrases.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they didn't understand the sources that they were quoting.
Yeah,
or that they were attempting at least to quote.
Yeah.
But at least the sources were legit. Like when we actually looked them up, whatever Ken Blander, whatever his name.
Yeah, Kevin. But let's face
it,
he was talking about something completely different.
Oh yeah. But at least at least there was some foundation. I don't think there's any foundation.
I learned something. So
yeah, I think this part is just like straight out of the
website. That's gonna be it. Anyways, Dan.
Yes?
I think it's your turn.
Oh yeah. I can't even speak. Researchers in this field of study reasonably assumes that increasing systematic levels of pH using buffers such as sodium bicarbonate will lower peritumoral, fuck me, and intratumoral acidosis.
Oh, Pedro. Sorry, I had to.
I mean, sure, if you lower the systematic pH level, you're also gonna lower the tumor pH level because that's
I'm all about that,
part of the body, but you can't lower the
stuff. Yeah,
that like you die if you do that. Also, you can lower it.
Okay, so the only real input, the only real input I've had so far is they're saying that. Oh. I'm just about to say what I was going to say. I just read the bottom. How do you use baking soda in your body? This is where I was, because I know even if all these things are true, how are these people suggesting that you perform this baking soda to tumor acidosis?
Just inject it directly in there. By the way, the author doesn't seem to understand how a buffer system actually works. Because he's saying that he's calling sodium bicarbonate a buffer. It isn't. You always need the protonated and the deprotonated form for the buffer to actually work.
Also, it doesn't really make sense to say that you use a buffer to increase.
Yeah, I mean the use of a buffer is to keep the pH value steady.
Yeah, that's the definition of a buffer.
Yeah.
Well,
Dan, it's
further, the reduction of tumor acid levels exhibited in mouse models have found to reduce the tumor growth and metastasis without adversely altering blood or unaffected tissue pH concentrations.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
They just said that increasing systematic levels of pH. And now they're saying without adversely altering blood and unaffected tissues pH concentrations.
What the fuck is a pH concentration?
Yeah, also that's nonsense.
It's either of free protons H3O plus cations, or it's a pH value, but not a pH concentration.
Yeah,
it's just
it's a concentration.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
No, I think it's my turn. The use of baking soda is also a likely route to enhancing the effects of conventional chemotherapy treatment. Oh wow, I'm and the link. Okay, the link that they're linking to here is their own website, and that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. The truth about chemotherapy, toxic poison, or cancer cure. Yeah, so you can see how much faith they have in it.
Wait, why are they using the biohazard warning sign?
Don't ask. Because it's poisonous.
Isn't that just for dangerous bacteria, viruses, or something?
Yeah, it is. That's what it means. The correct one would be genotoxic.
Yep, skull with bones T plus.
No, it's if I could spell. Okay, it is a bit hard. I do have to say I do have the cable to my microphone laying on top of the keyboard. I can't find it. There is like I think there is like a symbol for it where it's like a torso with like some white thing.
Torso with a star on it.
Yeah, something like that.
I think you all are missing the point here, though. The point is, didn't you know that chemotherapy, they put all sorts of dangerous chemicals inside of your body?
Well,
yeah, that's the purpose of chemotherapy, to kill the tumor before it kills you.
But there's chemicals, Gio. They're putting chemicals inside of you.
Wait, but they're fucking...
Better stop drinking water.
Stop breathing
Just ingest plasma. That'll do.
Yeah, but everyone knows the stuff they put in the water is making the frogs gay.
Where's Gio when... Not Gio, wow. Where's Smelly when we need him?
They're turning the frogs gay.
Freaking frogs gay.
Turning the freaking frogs gay. And they're giving me throat cancer.
So, who's next?
No, it's me. Tumor acidosis. Okay, just a heads up. Acidosis is a pH lower than the outside of the healthy range. That's what it is. That's just what that means. Promotes chemo resistance with specific chemotherapy drugs. The what you're looking for is chemotherapy. It's just chemotherapeutics, such as Palaxet, blah blah blah. It's names of chemo drugs. Utilizing baking soda to improve pH levels is a potential benefit for those seeking standard cancer treatment. Which, yeah, because a lot of people going to this website are gonna do that.
So you just, if you want this baking soda treatment, do you just like put it on a spoon and heat it up like crack and then shoot it up? Like,
you mean the good old Pulp Fiction method?
Yeah, like how do you inject this stuff? Because like you said, you can't eat it. Right?
I also don't think you can heat it up on a spoon. I'm pretty sure if you do that, it's just gonna denaturate and become turn into.
Probably not. There might be some sort of like chalk burning, for example. You might end up with sodium oxides. That might happen, but you would need quite decent temperatures to do that.
That doesn't sound healthy to inject.
No, definitely not.
Boys and girls, don't inject stuff into yourself. Don't listen to R&D.
Well, unless you're diabetic and you're injected insulin.
Yeah.
Then do it, for fuck's sake. don't die.
Just don't inject
vaccines for that matter.
Yourself.
Well, you don't inject your own vaccines.
You know, I had a friend of mine.
Usually you have someone else do that for you.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine come to me very outraged once, and he was very angry because he had just found out that when he gets a vaccine, they put the virus inside of you, and he was really, really incensed by this.
Okay.
So it's like, did you know they put the virus inside of you? Like, yes.
Does it turn the frogs gay?
I don't know. I had to explain to him what a vaccine was after that. And yeah,
it turns the virus gay.
Yep. It'll turn you gay, so don't get vaccines. Vaccines make you gay.
Especially if it's an HIV vaccine.
Yeah. It's the gay Illuminati agenda.
That works.
Why not? Stick liberal in there somewhere and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's my turn. Research clearly indicates that baking soda, of a variety of other natural healing strategies, can be used to naturally defend against cancer as well as strengthen immune coordination. What?
What does that? That doesn't mean anything.
Naturally defend
against cancer as well as strength. Yeah. That, like, none of that means anything. It's just words.
However, cancer is a highly complex disease. No one should consider solo therapy to be effective at curing cancer, as no treatment can accomplish such a task. This sentence sounds like, "Here's my insurance that nobody will sue me."
Yes, that is exactly what that is.
My lawyer told me to write this in here.
Yeah,
I got a nice letter from the FDA.
So yes, even though I'm telling you that baking soda may cure your cancer, don't do it. Just don't do it. Get a natural health practitioner; they'll help you out.
I'm saying all I'm saying is that the baking soda can cure your cancer, but it can't cure your cancer. But it can totally cure your cancer, but it can't.
Yeah. So don't try it on your own.
Yeah.
But it might.
Now we
do so when you pay me.
Get to know.
Oh, look at this! This is the question I've been asking.
I have to say that the headline sounds vaguely sexual. How to it's sort of on your body.
Ooh.
So how do you guys use it on your body?
This all goes downhill.
What do you mean goes?
I baked a big loaf of French bread. Who wants to put it inside of their body for some extra baking soda? Oh.
The bread isn't the only thing that's gonna rise.
Oh no. Oh, we're terrible.
Is that a rising bread in your pocket, or just happy to see me?
Oh no. Do you need me to lower your pH levels? I got something. I can't.
Actually, semen is slightly alkaline to counteract the low pH of the vagina.
Oh no.
The more you know.
Oh, this fell apart real quick.
I think it's your turn.
I think it is. If the body is in acidic state, baking soda is beneficial to.
If your body is in an acidic state, you're dead. If your body is below 7, you're dead.
Baking soda is beneficial to increasing your pH concentration.
No, you're
pH
dead.
concentration again.
Yeah, the kids don't know what what pH actually is.
Yeah, they have no idea.
And the worst part is now pH concentration is gonna get stuck in my mind, and I'm gonna start I'm gonna be annoyed with myself. Fuck you, website.
Not only you'll be annoyed, you'll at some point you'll state it during an exam or something, and you will lose a point for it.
Oh, don't even say that. That's
yeah. It's like with mass spectroscopy and mass spectrometry.
Oh yeah, but to be fair, that's just evil.
Yeah, yeah. Spectrometry are really butthurt when you talk about mass spectroscopy. But it'll happen eventually.
So, contrary to popular opinion, baking soda, unlike baking powder, does not contain aluminum. So no autism for you.
Damn it. I was hoping.
No, wait, stop. No more autism for them.
Purchasing aluminum-free baking soda is unnecessary. But purchasing aluminum-free baking powder for baking needs should be highly considered. Well,
this took a weird turn.
The more you know.
Yeah, it would be so bad to get the most common metal on Earth inside of you.
Is that a big piece of metal in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me?
Give the new word meaning to the word hard on. I'm gonna oxidize your aluminum. That doesn't even make sense.
Oh no.
May I point out that it's not aluminum, it's aluminium.
Okay, dude, my English is a weird hodgepodge of American and British English. I don't have a choice. That's how I learned. It's stuck in my head. The worst part is that when I speak Danish, I actually call it aluminium. So I say it correctly in my own language, but I say it incorrectly in quotations.
It's not plutonium. It's plutonium. Aluminium.
I know. Don't have a choice. It's ingrained. That's the same. Like, for fuck's sake, technically I'm pronounced like when I say gnatostones in every video. I'm technically mispronouncing that. You're technically not supposed to pronounce the G, but that's how I learned. Right? Yeah, it's gnatostones. That's how I learned, because in Danish it's when you pronounce the D. Wow, that shows
in
where
Danish,
my mind.
You pronounce the D.
Yeah, it's not. You pronounce the G. Or at least my teacher did. So. I didn't know until recently that you're not supposed to say the G. But for fuck's sake, people pronounce helicopter with the P, so...
Helicopter with the P?
Yeah, you're not supposed to pronounce... The P in helicopter is actually silent. It comes from terra, the same as in that pterosaur. It means
so
wing.
Helicoter?
Yeah, it's a helical wing.
Seriously?
Heli. Yeah,
It's a
heli
helical?
as in helical, and terra as in wing. It's a helical wing because it spins around in a helix.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Huh.
So yeah,
Okay.
Stop ruining words for me.
You're German. All
says
your
the German dude.
Wait, our words are actually awesome and they make sense.
Okay, so the last part is correct. They do make sense, even if they are ridiculously long.
Yeah, they are long, yeah. Words are not the only thing that is long in Germany.
Yeah, the sausages are too.
This. All right.
Welcome to the most immature debunking of a cancer quack website.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's not I wouldn't have to go this crazy. You know, I don't have to do like let's pretend this is a porn if the website was interesting enough for me not to have to do that. It's their own fault.
Wait, what do you mean pretend this is a porn? Is that what you're doing? I thought we were just making like...
Wait, are you saying this isn't a porn?
Look, everything is a porn in Germany. Going to the toilet is porn in Germany.
Yeah, there is a category of porn in Germany that's called Bavarian porn. Don't Google it. Bavarians are weird.
Did you order a sausage, sir?
No, it's most of them contain lederhosen.
Yeah. Okay, I can already see that image.
And yodeling.
Wait, who the fuck is turned on by that?
Someone somewhere.
Probably.
No. It can't be the Bavarians themselves. Otherwise, every time you went outside, you would get turned on. Yes, I am assuming that's how that you go around in lederhosen and just yodel all day.
Yeah, yodeling is actually a Swiss tradition. It's not that common in the Bavarian Alps. Yeah, no, it really isn't.
But wait, is it called yodeling? Is it called yodeling in German as well?
Yes.
Oh.
It's called yodeln.
All right.
Write it with a J instead of a Y, but whatever.
Oh, we write with a J as well. And it sounds even dumber in Danish because it's called yodel. So yodle.
Okay.
It sounds like almost like I'm trying to pronounce it but can't. Anyways, I'm not sure whose turn it is at this point.
At this point, I don't think anyone's care.
Someone read.
Dan, you read.
Sure, let me read. Our commercial baking soda products including the Arm & Hammer brand, utilize a chemical process that converts trona ore into soda ash. Soda ash reacts with carbon dioxide to produce baking soda. Although not necessarily a hazard, this product does result from a chemical process.
Yeah, what doesn't result from a chemical process?
Wait, I wasn't expecting getting geology in this. What is trona ore? Do you know that, Dan?
I have no idea. I have to look it up.
No, but Dan is a geologist.
I'm not exactly sure what trona ore is. I haven't actually
heard the name.
Trona ore.
Trona is a sodium carbonate compound that is processed into soda ash or bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda, as it's commonly known.
It's basically a carbonate mineral.
Yeah.
That's
a cool mining machine. Look at it.
Oh,
if if it's they're able to do that because the rock being a bicarbonate would probably be very soft.
Yeah. Otherwise, but of course, you had always used.
I mean,
this.
Carbonate rock is practically chalk, so.
Of course, if you have something harder, you can always use this.
Yeah.
Back to it. That's not as funny as you think because bagger in Germany simply means excavator. So since this is built by a German company,
exactly
just
as funny as I think. Because if you Google, not Google, if you do it on YouTube, you get this video. Okay, no, you don't get the commercial. You get the actual.
No, I was thinking I would just get the commercial.
Yeah. I'm gonna post this in the chat because this song is brilliant. In fact, we have plenty of time left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to that song. Everyone is gonna go to that song, including the audience, and I'm gonna count down, and we're gonna watch it together.
I can probably play the audio through the thingamabobs.
Or that, if you want to do that.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can.
I think I don't have enough bandwidth for both. I'm at my parents' house currently, and it sucks. Yeah, it's just loading very slowly at 144p.
Okay, let Rhetoric&Discourse do it.
Oh my god. Just read the fucking next sentence, though.
Oh.
All right, keep reading. I'll figure this out.
I recommend purchasing preferred brands such as Bob's, Red Bull, Frontier, and other natural brands. These companies source their sodium bicarbonate directly from the ground in its natural environment. Please.
You mean unlike the fuck?
Arm and Hammer sounds like the way that you get this stuff into your body.
Arm and Hammer. Tough skin. No, you into the bones. That's why.
Yeah, whatever.
I love the random like. Oh, we're gonna make this sentence bold. Yeah, I can hear that. Can you screen share it? Hello?
We may have lost him.
Oh, there we go. Okay, audience, witness the most glorious. I wouldn't turn it up that high, but okay.
Around a sacred table, there was a threat to humankind. They must defend against. To fight against Godzilla's they just simply were not able. The robots from the future could be met with no defense. The leader of the Germans stood with a triumphant roar. I've got it, we shall build a machine that's totally great. A massive steel revolver with blades covered in gold. The Elizabeth will circle there, the leather to ride.
And that's basically the rest of it. You know, like it is glorious. It's such a stupid song.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Very.
Wow. All right. Well, now I
I
know.
also noticed that this actually didn't back to the that was weird. That was a tangent. You got one. Notice that this actually didn't tell you how to use it. It just said what to use.
So we're supposed to use preferred Bob's Red Mill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't actually tell us how to use it. It just said what to use.
Well, that's probably. I bet originally it did, and then their lawyers read through it. That is my guess.
We can't tell people to do that.
No, you can't. You can't tell people to shove things up their butts.
No, it's not about shoving it in your butt. It's about snorting it, right?
You got to get it in there somewhere.
Could snort it.
Yeah. Funny thing about this stream is we all make a line of baking soda before the show starts and snort it.
Where the fuck do you think? Where the fuck do you think all the tangents come from?
Yeah. This is all a baking soda high right now.
Mine wasn't baking soda.
I'm so baked.
That was actually wasabi.
Wait, you snorted this?
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do a lot of things, Gio.
I mean, you can also inject a mixture of turpentine and gasoline into your own eyeballs and testicles. That doesn't mean you should.
Oh, what was that thing the kids were doing? They were like doing shots into their eyeballs. Do you guys see that?
Oh god, I remember.
That would burn like hell.
That was a thing. That was a thing when I was at school. Actually,
It was a thing like not too long ago. The kids were like taking shots of vodka straight into their eyeballs.
That's gonna burn like hell.
I heard about something they would soak tampons with vodka and plug them into their anuses.
Yeah, that's a myth. Someone actually tried it, like tested it, and the thing is, it burns like a lot.
Who would have thought?
I can imagine.
Like unbearably. Also, fun fact: the heat you feel from alcohol is actually your own body heat.
It just into your blood.
No. Alcohol, the ethanol, the proteins that detect like changes in temperature, which alert you if something's too hot. They get more sensitized. Like the temperature needed to activate them get lowered in the presence of ethanol. So it's actually your own body heat you're feeling.
Yeah, this I know. I always get so buttered when people say, it's cold. We have to drink a little bit of sweet wine, to get some heat.
That's just an excuse to drink more wine.
No, that's because you end up feeling like you're warmer because it gets the blood to your
sure, that makes sense if
your skin, which actually makes you cool off faster.
Yeah, it's okay when you're home and you're deluding yourself into thinking you get warm, but like if you're out in the wilderness and you're actually fucking dying of cold, and you get sprayed, I'll just drink, I'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, no, that was what I was referring to. I was referring to the actual like burning sensation of drinking it or putting it in your eyes, which I didn't know was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Mythbusters did a thing about it. It's pretty cool. They actually took a thermal camera and they watched how the heat like radiated away from your core of your body into your limbs, and then it kind of dissipated.
Which is why the idea that St. Bernard's, or St. Bernard's, I think it's actually pronounced, dogs like would walk around with with alcohol in with alcohol in a little barrel is bullshit. They didn't. Mm-hmm. It's bullshit that they would that wouldn't help you. That would actually make you die faster.
Yeah. Well, they might have still done it anyway. If you're gonna die, might as well die drunk.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure the German would agree.
Maybe.
All right, whose turn is it to read?
Think it's Gio's.
Gio, your turn.
Maybe, yeah, possibly. Each tumor is distinguished by its own unique traits, and all may not be extremely acidic. Regardless of the tumor's acidity, balancing and creating a slightly alkaline internal body environment is beneficial to the patient's internal systems. Ideally, pH strip testing should result between 7 and 8. If a reading higher than 8.0 results, discontinue baking soda use immediately until pH decreases. Well, I have several questions. How do you actually get the pH value from inside your body?
What are you measuring?
You know.
Yeah, that's the question. Like, do you measure your blood pH value, or do you
if it's
on it or whatever?
It will be between those, and if it's higher than if it's higher than 8, you're dead.
This whole thing reads of please don't sue us.
Yeah.
Like every sentence is just please don't sue us. We're not going to tell you how to ingest.
Smelly won't be able to make it. But he says, I'm not going to make it. Fuck. At least it wasn't a technical error this time.
Well, hopefully he'll be here for God type.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. But yes, this whole thing is just please don't sue us.
Yeah.
Also, how are you supposed to use a pH strip? You're supposed to just prick yourself and...
Oh, I think they actually say it in the next thing. Testing and monitoring both urine and saliva pH. Those are not going to tell you, like testing your urine and saliva pH is not going to tell you what the pH of your blood is. Like there is so much regulation going on there and different things. Like they're all like, you can't use that. That's not how it works.
Oh look, they actually say something about how to do the thing, how to use it.
Oh, cool.
So testing and monitoring pH, yeah. You can do this with a pH test or an electronic tester. Test every morning and chart your results. Test both urine and salivary pH when you get out of the bath of baking soda. So you're supposed to bathe in this.
Baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that sounds... Smelly's doing his tax information, apparently.
No.
Something about getting financial aid for school, so...
Oh, he's probably doing his FAFSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's more important than fucking around on the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go to school, kids. Don't drop out of school.
Stay in school, kids, and do as many drugs as you... No, wait, that's the opposite.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Unless they're legal in your
Unless
state.
you really want to, unless it's fun.
Yeah. And if they're legal in the state, then, you know, who am I to stop? Who am I to tell you not to? But yeah, so baking soda baths. I don't know how that's gonna get inside of you.
That's even dumber because that's not gonna affect your pH. Like at most, it's gonna fuck up your skin.
Yeah, like how's it gonna get inside to the tumor bits? Like you gotta get it to the tumor bits.
And how much baking soda are you supposed to use with one bathtub?
Oh, there's an ingredients list.
Ooh.
They have a protocol.
The baking
but
soda.
that's
protocol.
for drinking.
Is it for drinking?
Yeah.
Never mind. I got all excited.
How to make yourself fart.
Whose turn is it to read about? Are we at the farting part? Or are we moving on?
No. I think we
were on unmonitored use. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a don't sue me statement.
Yeah. Unmonitored use of baking soda therapy can have health hazards. Again, don't fucking sue us. Some of these consequences include reduced stomach pH concentration. Really, you don't say. Kidney complications, alkalosis, which is the opposite of alkalosis. It's too high pH, which is just as dangerous. To avoid these changes, don't do this. Be responsible with use. In other words, don't do it. And take the time to chart your pH throughout the levels throughout the day. Or, just don't do it. Avoid consuming baking soda within 30 minutes of a meal to limit digestive problems. Yeah, in other words, don't take it while you eat, so you can because you actually want to be able to digest your food.
Consuming too much baking soda will result in a negative grade on your health test, followed by death. Good luck.
Nice.
That's a cool one.
Who understood the reference?
Smelly, I'm still stuck 20 minutes away from my house in traffic because of rent fare.
What?
So Smelly is apparently stuck in traffic now. His messages are confusing me. Anyways, let's see. The baking soda protocol. Andy, you want to read this? Hello?
You're muted. Andy, you're muted.
Yeah.
I think he's muted on purpose then.
Fuck it. Dan, read.
Alright. I consume this drink when you have tested your pH throughout the day and results are acidic. As a reminder, do not drink this beverage 30 minutes before or after a meal to avoid lowering stomach acid secretions and inhibiting proper digestion.
Wait, hold on. You're not lowering the stomach acid secretions. You're actually increasing those, probably. You're lowering the stomach pH. No, sorry, you're increasing the stomach pH. Like the actual secretion of acid from your stomach, that's not what you're changing. That's actually gonna probably go up because it's gonna try and keep it acidic.
This beverage will aid in neutralizing pH, buffer stomach acid, and lower acidosis. Drink the following mixture throughout the day, except before and after meals, until your pH levels are stabilized between 7 and 8. Ingredients: a tall glass, 1.5
That's not an
tablespoons of baking
ingredient.
soda, 2 tablespoons of fresh
For
lemon
fuck's
juice.
sake, inaccuracy.
Lemon.
How much is a tall glass? Is it like 250 milliliters?
Also, that's not an ingredient.
Yeah.
You know, like, if anything, like, that's like saying,
no, wait, that's okay.
in order to make this casserole, you will need a pan and a pot and maybe a stove. You also need electricity.
Or are you supposed
gas.
to take glass?
And then there's 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice and 8 ounces of purified water. Directions: mix baking soda with fresh lemon juice or organic apple cider vinegar. The combination will result in a film of fizz. This is normal. Once all bubbling has stopped,
Wait.
They're mixing it with...
They're mixing it with acid.
They're reducing
I know, right?
effectiveness.
They're neutralizing it. Even if it had an effect, as the carbonate, you would completely destroy that by adding the lemon juice or the vinegar.
Or
All right, guys, I'm back.
You know,
Sorry. The French bread delivery guy showed up to give me my daily ingestion of baking soda.
yeah. At the very least,
Also, yellow in the chat is correct. Your urine is supposed to be around pH of 6. That sounds... I think that's correct. So you don't want it to be 7.
Sorry, Dan, I interrupted you, and then Micro was rude and interrupted you too. But
it's okay.
He's not going to say sorry.
You're rude first.
Yeah. Then it's just like a nice little pamphlet that says health benefits, support health digestion, reduce pH levels can be used for MRI, and detect cancer, those cancer helps with pain against back.
So basically, well, the
to reduce the rate of lymph, non-development, reduces chemo resistance during conventional treatment. The baking soda protocol is used.
Read the last sentence for us, Dan, please.
This information is being suppressed from you by the mainstream media and legal establishment. Please share this information with friends and family. It could save someone's life. Buy us all separately.
Buy our books.
And then they have this handy little article summary.
Yeah, so don't shoot up baking soda, kids.
And the bottom, The bottom. Go to the bottom. The very
Yes.
bottom.
No,
No,
where
no,
their don't sue us statements are.
Yeah. The very bottom. Like,
I
what is
read
it?
that last time.
Oh yeah. Please don't sue us.
Yeah, please don't sue us, but do that.
Yes. Oh, someone. I like the Dave. This Dave character. Interesting article without any references. Go back to your claims. Can you give me the bibliography of your references you use for this article or the study you base your solitary claims on? If not, you're just blowing steam. I would love to see them. And then it says, then the customer support says, "Hi Dave, please view the sources and references tab that is directly below the article summary for more information." Okay, let's see. Sources and references. They actually have actual references to.
America could
the
detect
thing, of
cancer
course, is
early.
they don't like that. That's not actually how you reference things, but never mind that. You're actually supposed to tell, like, in the article what it's referencing to.
Or any of these actually outside sites? Or they're all?
No, they're PubMed, Cambridge, Daily Mail. So not
The Daily
Mail,
Mail.
no.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Circus, spelled weirdly. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say no.
Dr. Circus. No. I'm sorry, Mr. Dr. Circus. You have an
I'm gonna say not a doctor, and then PubMed.
But potentially a real circus, though.
Potentially a real doctor, but maybe a dentist or something.
Nope, not a real doctor.
Dentists aren't real doctors.
No. Look at his actual. That's his actual title. This is his website. I don't know. Apparently, it's a company.
It's closed today.
Okay, showing me nearest in the dark.
Oh no, it's a doctor of Oriental medicine.
Oh, good. So it's both stupid and racist.
Doctor of traditional Chinese medicine.
Actually,
also known as Doctor of Bullshit.
From the 80s.
What?
Music's not too bad.
Oh, the orchestral thing, Mirrors in the Dark?
Yeah.
Thing? Oh. It's a cool name.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Well, we still have... do we want to read more? There's not... We can't really... It's pointless to start another article because we're not gonna be able to finish it. So we can either end it here or we can play Drawful.
I can't play Drawful tonight.
Okay.
I can hold out another 15 minutes, but I can't Drawful tonight.
Well, I say we just end it now.
No one got any fun tangents to fill up 15 minutes?
9.
I mean, I'm sure we have.
I've got a little news about Riley, but that's for another day, I think.
I already talked to Micro about this, but not on the show. We're not going to do it on the show.
Before we end it, since we had a guest on this time in form of Geo, go to GeoStraber's. Did I pronounce that correctly? Geo?
What?
Did I pronounce the name GeoStraber?
Almost. Actually, it's GeoStraber.
Okay.
But whatever.
So, fun tangent about Geo's name. For the longest time, since Geo's been in contact with me, for the longest time, I thought his name was GeoStabber, especially because he's got the knife. So forever, I thought he just liked stabbing planets.
I mean, I do love stabbing, but that has nothing to do with my channel name.
I stopped them.
Yeah, it wasn't until much later that you explained to me
Fun
what
fact,
Trevor means.
95% of the time that the channel of mine existed, I had a completely different profile picture.
Anyways,
I think it's relatively new.
What I wanted to say is, he's done a few hangouts with mainly flat earthers. These actually exclusively flat earthers, debating them, and he's surprisingly calm about it and surprisingly good at attracting the idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, for those who are interested, I basically torture myself endlessly by talking with flat earthers and,
yeah.
For example, a guy who thought that pyramids are power plants. So yeah, check my stuff out if you want.
Yeah,
but,
that's basically the point.
Take a face protecting oven glove with you, because it can be painful.
Anyways, I think that's it. Join us next time when we will be looking at something truly amazingly stupid.
Yep. If you want a preview of it, go to my channel. There's a preview of it last Sunday.
Yeah, watch through it to find the 2 minutes where.
Oh no, I spent like more than 2 minutes talking.
Oh, okay, okay, because you have the graphics up there.
Yeah. Go watch that because there's a preview of it.
Anyways, say goodbye, guys, before I click the button.
Sure. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm gonna click it.